Yo guys, what's up? In the background you see the brand new Solomon's Islands map of Battlefield 5, but my story today is set in the jungle of Burma, where Japan took on British troops instead of Americans. According to legend, 1,000 Japanese soldiers were eaten by crocodiles on the night of February 18th of 1945, while they were trying to flee across a river at RAMREE Island. But of course, like many rumors and stories, this one isn't true. But several hundred troops did die during that night. The British troops had only landed in Burma in January 1945 to fight the Japanese, but they focused on tanks and bombers to destroy the Japanese. It proved the perfect plan and also a chance to use British tanks in a jungle environment that had been too obvious for use in the European theater. Not only disguised tanks, aerial bombardments and local wildlife posed a problem to the Japanese, but also the rain season. The uninterrupted showers turned dirt into mud, roads into rivers, and caves into a flooded region that wasn't useful to hide in anymore. Even little things like insects were a problem, and all the combined circumstances caused malaria outbreaks and other diseases. The biggest factor for the Japanese denial to simply surrender was their idea that POWs would be tortured or executed, bringing shame to the Japanese war effort and to the families back home. After all, Japanese POW camps were even worse than German camps for US and British soldiers. Mass executions and other starvation were very common for troops in Japanese captivity, not to mention their experiments on humans at Unit 731. The Japanese samurai war code was another reason not to surrender in Burma, and had driven closed-in troops into taking their own lives or running into a rain of enemy gunfire. So during the night of the infamous RAMREE CROCODILE Massacre, closed-in Japanese soldiers had no choice but to use little rafts and boats to try and cross a wide river into safety. However, what they didn't know was that British troops were already waiting near the shore with plenty of light machine guns. An estimated number of 500 Japanese troops tried to escape, got caught by British gunfire, and was reduced to a good 50 men who made it across the river. All the others drowned, were shot, or couldn't swim because of injuries. Of course, the next morning a horrific sight showed a bunch of crocodiles feasting on limbs and body parts in the water. Very little bodies remained to be buried. Also in the jungle there were very few Japanese bodies to be recovered, because birds had picked them clean or maggots had eaten them. And of course the flooding washed several corpses away as well. Let's just say that the Burmese jungle was not too friendly to the Japanese. See you on the next one, guys. Peace.